entrepreneur, financial advisor, Mr. Topax Colayco on Private Conversations. Let's talk about wealth within your reach. This was your first book.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Essentially, ano ang sinasabi dito?
At any income level, I'm addressing people na kumikita na. I'm not addressing yung walang kinikita.
Pero wala kang sinasabi po. You're not saying that you have to earn this much.
No.
Basta for as long as you earn.
For as long as you earn. The moment you earn your first peso, meron ka ng laban magpalago at kakayanin mong to achieve a comfortable financial life.
Really? And that is being discussed in this book?
Yes. We have the 10 Commandments on how to do it, what to be aware of.
Talk about it, the 10 Commandments. I mean, very briefly.
Una-una, pay yourself first.
Anong ibig sabihin nun? Pay yourself
Kasi
first.
tayo, the moment kumikita tayo, hindi natin sineseparate yung ating ability to earn at saka yung persona natin na siyang gagamit ng ating kinikita.
Okay.
Hindi natin sineseparate yun eh. Yung kinikita natin, we earn to spend. Yan ang mindset natin. Dapat, we should earn to keep.
And not just to spend.
No, not just to spend, Baba. Pay ourselves first. Ang aking rule nga doon, 80-20. As much as possible. 82.
The 80-20 rule.
That's right. Live within your means. 80% for your means, for your needs.
And 20%?
Pay yourself. Yan ang capital mo pagpalago. For your needs in your middle life, short-term, long-term.
Okay, I'm getting that. So pay yourself is very important. That's the first commandment in the 10 Commandments.
Right.
Okay? Pero may mga sinasabi po kayo na mahalaga sa akin. Katulad ng live within your means.
That's
Because
right.
people might think it's easy. I mean, people may think na dapat sinabi ni Mr. Colayco, yayaman lang ako, and it happens, di ba?
Correct. Well, it doesn't happen overnight.
It doesn't.
Isa pa yun. Ang tayo gusto natin, instant gratification. I deserve something.
We expect miracles to happen.
I spend everything. In fact, bibigyan pa lang tayong bonus, alam natin, ginagastos na natin.
Hindi nga bonus, sweldo pa lamang, may pagkakagastusan ka na eh.
Oo nga.
Di ba, you're supposed to collect your salary on the 15th.
That's right.
The beginning of the month, meron ka nang nakaschedule kung ang payables at wala nang nakitira.
Meron lang, siguro the best way to explain this is a real life testimonial of a domestic helper in Hong Kong. Last year, she stood up in one of our talks. And so I want to share, kasi nag-uusap about it. I've been here 23 years sa Hong Kong, back and forth. Ako po, nakasave na ng 6 million. Okay. Up to 6
Hong Kong
million.
dollars, pesos?
Pesos,
alright.
Nagpo-for good na siya eh. Well, nagpalakpakan yung about 500 of them. At sabi ko, ma'am, I take my hat off to you. Paano niyo ginawa? Nag-umpisa ho ako, nagkailangan ako, I went to Hong Kong para kumita. Hindi ko gagastusin. So, anong ginawa ko? Umuutang ho ako sa bangko. Nilalagay ko sa savings deposit. Tapos binabayaran ko yung utang ko. Edit, parang mali, ano ha? Nagtatawanan yung iba. Mas malaki yung interest na binabayad mo sa kinikita noon. Hindi nagtatawanan. At ako, I just kept quiet. Sabi ko, ma'am, I congratulate you for your mindset. Hindi ko pinansin yung, hindi ko pinunay yung maling technique niya. Kinakantsawan siya eh. Yung mga iba, napakabobo, may nagsasalita pang ganon. Napikon. Sabi niya, bakit sino ba sa inyo may 6 million? Quiet. That's my point. It starts with that mindset. Mali ang technology niya. Can you imagine if she knew how to grow it? Baka hindi lang 6 million. Baka meron siyang 12. Baka meron siyang 15. Imagine, 23 years.
No, but let me go back to that example. Let me go back to that story. How did she manage? Because we know we know the truth. I mean about interests in banks, no? So paano niya na manage yung 6 million?
That's how she started. I did not go into the details.
All right.
But how that what she shared was, in the end, nagkakonti na siyang ipon, bumili siya ng bahay, nagpa-apartment siya. Pero that's how she started. I'm sure hindi yun ang ginawa niya for 23 years, ganun ang ginagawa niya. But the point is, kung tama ang iyong mindset, tama yung saloobin, may magagawa ka.
Right.
Can you imagine if somebody advised her?
Correct.
Something better, di ba?
In other words, there is always a voice that is better off than yours. Kasi lalo na kami, dito sa industry, I was telling you earlier, in the industry, we hire accountants and tax lawyers because we don't understand the nitty-gritty of finances. It is not bad. I think the message is very clear. It is not bad to ask someone who knows better than you about money, because it is not enough to earn it. You have to know how to manage money properly. Kaya hindi naging kaugalian yan Mr. Colayco. Hindi talaga.
Madami nga sa industriya nyo na nakafocus lang sa kita
Kita lang. No, and that's
mabilis din ang gastos.
Right. That's why I like what you said, that first commandment, pay yourself. 80-20 rule.
That's right.
Another commandment.
Well, don't spend on things that lose value. Madami sa atin, bilhin ng asset wealth. Quote.
At saka yung mga nagdi-depreciate.
Exactly. That lose value.
Ayun.
Kotse. Nakikita mo pag sa TV, pag ini-interview nyo, kumita ka ng 1 million ang bibilin mo. Kotse na agad Diba? Kotse na. Maring kailangan niya, but why buy the 800,000 car? Maybe you can buy a 400,000 car.
You know why that makes a lot of sense? I manage over 20 talents, singers, actors, and I always tell my artists, lalo na yung mga bago palang kumikita, kasi tama ho kayo, the first thing they say is, I want to buy a car because I need a car for my mobility. But I always say, you don't need to borrow a lot of money to be able to afford an 8 million car when you're just earning, I mean, not as much yet, no? So sinasabi ko, there's nothing wrong about a second-hand car that runs well.
Correct. Huwag ka lang ibibitin.
Correct.
A good brand new 400, 500,000 car, meron naman
So that's very important. Don't buy things that lose value. So yun.
Isa pa, and most people take it for granted. If you don't have a target, there is no way for you to grow anything seriously. Because every transaction that is presented to you, or every opportunity that is presented to you, transactional ang frame of mind mo.
Right.
It's not related to any future target. Therefore, you don't manage risk. Everything in life is risk-driven. But 80% of people, maybe even more, concentrate yung anong kikitain. Return. Returns generally are beyond our control. Generally. Risks are within our control. But why do we focus on those things that are beyond our control?
We should focus on the things that we can
control.
Actually control.
But we can do that well if we have targets, setting our goals.